Actually, I do, and this is something that surprises people. Where does this lead? Some of you may have heard about this Saudi journalist and dissident, Jamal Khashoggi, if you follow the news. He was living in the United States, continuing with his criticism of the government at the time. And I know, maybe people are trying to build better relations over there right now, but when we think about this on the level of human rights, this guy's a writer. He's not building bombs. He's not, developing plots. He's writing things people don't like. And he went into the Turkish consulate. He was immediately strangled. We still don't know what happened to his body, but we know the Saudis sent 15 people into their consulate to kill this man, and they did it. How did this get planned? How did this come together? How did they know where he was going when he was going? Obviously, they knew he was going to come to the consulate because he had to make an appointment. They knew he had to walk in, and when he set foot through that doorway, he was already doomed, right? But how did they know what his plans and intentions were? How did they decide that he was someone they needed to act against who was worth the risk? And the reality is they had bugged one of his few friends and contacts using software created by an Israeli company. We don't know the chain of consequence because this company will never comment on this, although it's one of the major stories that's not being written about. But how much of his friend, who was also in exile in Canada, who was basically just running a YouTube channel, they're kind of confiding in each other, informed these kind of efforts? And how much do these kind of operations happen every day in 1,000 different ways, where these companies, right, whether they're in Israel, whether they're somewhere else, go, this is not my problem. How is it that when we have privileged and capable industries in developed countries using their powers, right, not for saving lives, but for making money, to such an extent and to such a level of recklessness and irresponsibility that it actually starts costing lives, catching criminals? It's not something that's being used for saving lives and thwarting terrorist attacks. And they go by the name of the NSO Group. And it works like this. They send you a time-sensitive text message, and it's got a link in it. It's something that you have that human impulse. You see it, you go, oh goodness, I need to check that and see what's going on with this. It could be a delivery thing for a package. It could be something that they've used, for example, in Mexico, where they say, there's people outside your house, a van, have you seen this? What's going on? And you go, oh man, I need to see what that is. You click it. As soon as you click the link, and everybody clicks the link because they can try this 100 different times in 100 different ways, always from different number, your phone now belongs to whoever sent you that message. Everything in the entire history of your phone, they can immediately copy. Everything that happens on your phone from that day forward, every place you go, everyone you call, everything you read, every photo you take, every audio note that's been on that, or actually because they can turn the microphone on remotely. They can turn the camera on remotely even when you haven't already taken a picture. Everything that just passes by this device now, everything that your phone is a part of, this company and their customers are now a part of.
From a secret location, how much?
The NSO Group, in today's world, based on the evidence we have, they are the worst of the worst in selling these burglary tools that are being actively currently used to violate the human rights of dissidents, opposition figures, activists, to some pretty bad players. Cyber insecurity industry.